It's the grandson of Right Thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light, little flock. Go to the book of Exodus, chapter 12. We'll start at verse 12. Exodus chapter 12. We'll start at verse 12. Now, you all should know by now that here at the School of Marvelous Light, we receive the most high teachings right directly from the source. You see that today? Because the scripture says that we are able to boldly approach his throne of grace, and so we do. And when we approach that throne, we get gifts and we get rewards, because he is indeed a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. You see? And one part of the him that he is the word. As we read, in the beginning was the word was with God, and the word was God. You see that there? We also know that God is love. Therefore, the word that we heard from the beginning must have been what, little flock? That you love. And there are a group of things that hinder us from being able to love properly. Y'all understand that today, little flock? And if you are unaware of these things that are hindering you from loving properly, then you may find yourself outside of the kingdom wondering why you're out there. You will find yourself outside of a state of peace and satisfaction wondering why you haven't found these things, and it was because you didn't seek it the right way. And so it is with any information that you get from the word. He will reward you for diligently seeking him, but you must seek him in a certain type of way. That way is faith, because it is impossible to please him without that. So many people seek him by sight. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign. A sign is something that you go by sight to confirm something that you could not see. You have been told something that you should wait for that you cannot see, and so you ask for a sign so that you can confirm that you're in the right place, receiving the right thing. Correct? Well, he says faith don't got no evidence. So you shouldn't be looking for a sign. Only a wicked and adulterous generation does that. You see? So we seek him by faith. And we know that we receive the things that we've asked him for because we have already read that he rewards those who seek. So we know that we have when we ask. You see it? And so let's get some of these gifts that he's given us and share them with the little flock, because time is short to be able to do these things, like share these nuggets that I'm doing with you, little flock. Time is extremely short to be able to do that. And the reason why, I'll just cut straight to the chase and make it nice and short and crisp for everybody, is because the day of vengeance is in mine heart. I got some work to do. And so right now I'm just finishing up the work of spreading the gospel and the good news. Because when that time is over, the day of vengeance and zeal will fill my heart. And you will no longer receive these teachings and these pearls of wisdom. You see, because the world will be marked as a one big swine, one big dog that must be put down. You see, so there's no need in casting pearls there anymore. Kind of like what Abraham did when he was searching for some righteous men and he found none. So Abba was like, you see why I'm burning it up? See that today, little flock? If that makes you feel strange when I say the day of vengeance is in mine heart, if Abba wills it, maybe I'll do a teaching on that as well. But for those who know. Exodus chapter 12, starting at verse 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and among all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. You see that there, little flockulators? All right, I am that I am. So now, he says he will smite the firstborn in all the land of Egypt. What does Egypt represent? Hard work, hard labor, laboring with your hands. What were they making the Israelites do? Work, making brick and mortar. You see it? Working with their hands. And they made the work double as punishment. So in other words, to punish God's people, they make you work. And then whenever you decide to rise up, They make you work double hard. If you're in Egypt, that is, well, he says the place that you're in is spiritually called Egypt. It's also called East Sodom as well. So you may want to get hip to where you're at so you can know how to be, how to think, and how to feel. So we know what this day is he's talking about, right, little flock? This would be called Passover, right? That's right. Now, when he says he's going to remove all the firstborn, what does that mean, little flock? What does it mean? Well, you must know the characteristics of the firstborn. This is what I'm revealing to you about how when you seek him, he will reward you. Watch these rewards we're about to get if you're listening well, because I'm sure you have not heard this. I'm sure you have not. But when you hear it, you're going to know that it's true. Your spirit will bear witness of where these words have come from, and you know that they've come from love. So now the firstborn, what is the characteristics of the firstborn son? Well, he bears these marks of the 7 deadly sins. That's why he's called red. The red dragon that had 7 heads. You see it? The 7 deadly sins that bite a man and poison him with that venom that causes him to act in one of those 7 ways. You understand that today, little flockulators? That's the characteristics of the firstborn son. That's the carnal mind. That is death. You see it? The firstborn. So do you understand why Abba says the Passover? He's going to slay them. The death angel's going to pass over. Do you see it today, little flockulators, or do you see what I'm saying to you? So this would be pride, in other words. You see it? That's one way to sum up those 7 heads. Vainglory, pride, which is one of the 7 deadly sins. You see? He says, so in other words, he is going to smite all the prideful. See that? All the ones red, in other words. In the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt, and I will execute judgment. I am that I am. You see it? Verse 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. So the houses means the bodies. So Abba says, the blood that you have upon you, which is Yahushua's blood, is it prideful? No, it's not. He came, what does it say? Lowly, meek, humble. You see that there, little flockulators. So you see how it's the opposite of prideful. That's why you have that blood on your house, Israela. Because you're actually, what it means is your body, which is you don't have pride in there. You don't have the 7 deadly sins in your body. They've been cast out. You see that red dragon, been cast out, gotten the victory. You see it? So he says, and when I see the blood, watch this, I will pass over you. See it? So when he sees humility, which matches Yahushua. Remember Yahushua said, drink my blood? That's how you're drinking it. You're being like him. That's what he means. And I'm going to prove to you that when Yahushua speaks, people take his words carnally. And so they don't hear it correctly. I'm going to prove it to you as we go through this message. You see? He says, I will pass over you. Why is death passing over you? Because you are like Yahushua. You're humble. You're not prideful. You see? And we're going to get into what makes a prideful person. What makes pride? We're going to get into that. Watch. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where you are. And I, when I see the blood, I will pass over you. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of hard work. Niggas that's work with their hands, that labor with their hands pridefully. You see, they work in vain. What is the scripture that says? At the end, when everything falls apart and people lose their minds and friends fight against friends and shit goes haywire, shit hit the fan, as they say. What did he say the time is going to be like? He said, they that labor in vain. See it? So that's who we're talking about here. That's why they're dying. Because the labor that they did was vain labor. Who out of the 2 brothers did the vain labor? Would that be the firstborn, Cain, or would it be the second, Abel? What about Jacob and Esau? Would it be the firstborn Esau, or would it be the secondborn Jacob? Which one did the vain work? And which one did the work that was not vain? Well, we know how the story goes. So it is here. Like I have told you all from the very beginning. You see it? So it is today, because the grandson is being born, like I told you. And that means the second son is being born, which means the firstborn son wants to kill him, because that's what happens, doesn't it? See? You see it? What does it say about the children of the first covenant? Of the flesh. They persecute he who is born after the spirit. See it? Those the two sons I'm telling you about. One born of the flesh and one born of the spirit. So all the people that are carnally minded, or in other words, born of the flesh, are all Cainites. You see? They're all Edomites. They judge outward appearance. They judge with the sight of the eyes. So they work based upon that. They build structures in their pride, even though it's vain, as you can see. Don't you see it? But when they build it pridefully. That's why Edomites say, we shall build up, we shall build up. Abba says, I shall throw down. But they said, we shall rebuild. See what I mean? With their hands. What was about Babel? That tower they were building. What were they building it with? That's what I'm trying to understand, guys. Don't you guys hear this? Okay? You hear how accurate this message is so far? We ain't even really got down into it good yet. You see, that's how you know Abba doing it. See? Now he says, now the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you. See it? Because you ain't got pride. When I smite the land of Egypt, niggas that work hard. See? And this day shall be unto you for a memorial. That's why it's called Passover. And you shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. You hear that, y'all? You shall keep it a feast by ordinance forever. You hear that, little flockulators? So now, watch this here. There are people today, there are camps, Hebrew Israelite camps. Let's pick one out of the bunch. IUIC. They keep Passover, right? Now, what do you see at their solemn feast of the Passover? Because the question is not, do you see bread there without leaven in it? Because we're going to get into that. The question is, do you see pride in the hearts of the men, or do you see humility all in the people's hearts that are assembled there? What do you see in their hearts? Now, if you say you see pride in their heart, then my question is, does it matter whether they have leaven in the bread they eat or not? Slice and dice and stack they ass up real damn nice. See that there, little flock? I'm not playing. I told you, the day of vengeance is in mine heart, so y'all better stop playing with the grandson, right thought. Poke him if you want to. Poke him if you would like to. See that there, little flock? And you shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. You shall keep it a feast by ordinance forever. So we of the new covenant understand that we should not have pride in our hearts at any time. So do you see how when we keep the law, we do it eternally? But people in the world, they keep leaven out of the bread for a couple of days. Watch, we're going to read it. Watch this. But we keep the leaven out consistently all the time. We never eat leavened bread, ever. You see how we're the true Torah keepers? You see it? We fulfill it. You see? He says, 7 days, watch this. 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread. Even the first day you shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. Now, he says, the thief cometh like a thief in the night. You see? He comes like a thief in the night. Isn't that what he's describing here? Now, he says, if you knew what watch the thief was coming, then you wouldn't suffer your house to be broken up like those Egyptians did. So if you knew the time frame, which is what he's telling you right there, those 7 days, if you knew it, then you would cut the leaven up out of your damn body during them 7 damn years. But people didn't want to do it. They wanted to stand their pride. The grandson went out there into the 40 in 2017, which was 7 years ago, to get the leaven out. That's what it's about. It's about humbling yourself before the Father. That's what the 40 is about, and purifying your heart before him. You see that there? That's what fasting is all about. Well, y'all know about the 40-day fast Moses went on. Y'all know about the fast Yahushua went on. And I've told you about the fast the grandson has gone on. So there ain't no lies or nothing that I'm saying. That's why y'all getting these interesting bits of wisdom and these simple scriptures that you didn't know before when you looked at it. You see? Because those men would never teach you. Those men in those camps, even if they knew this, would not teach it to you because it would put them down from their seats. It would humble them. How could they teach you? Yes, it's about getting pride out of your heart during that time when that death come over. When death come over, if you have pride in your heart, you'll die. Let me ask you guys, let me make it simple for the little flock, right? Because we consider it to be simple, right? And fools to this world. Okay, what do you think? If Abba passed over, do you think you would live if you had pride or humility? Which characteristic do you think you'd need? And can you have both in your heart? No, because they're not the same thing. They're actually opposites. So you have to decide which one you are. Now, which one would you think he will accept? Pride or humility? So then if that angel was coming over this earth, don't you think I would be telling you to get the pride out of your heart and become humble before the Father and be dressed in simple clothing? And I'm not just telling it to you, I'm doing it in front of you guys, aren't I? I don't have to show you guys my clothes. You know what they look like. You know what my shoes look like because I've shown you guys plenty of times. Don't you see why I'm not flashy? Don't you see why I don't have a bunch of fancy shit behind me? Because it's vain labor to do that. It's temporary, and all it's going to do is waste time from what's really important, which is your heart. That's where you need to be focused at. But you got all this damn shit going on in front of you, like I told you guys about these niggas like New Breed, Ringo, and Mark the Messenger, all this shit getting distracted, not doing the labor that they were called to do, if they were called. They're not doing that. They're too busy looking at each other, critiquing what each other has done, and being a judge of the law rather than a doer of the shit and just doing the work that Yahushua gave you to do. But instead of that, niggas rather show you what they got on and don't tell you that's what they're doing, but that's what they do. They would rather show you what new things that they've bought and how they're now living and how they have made merchandise off of you and how they've spent it. What kind of new items that I bought. And then they'll say you're hating on them when you don't show them love for what they've done, even though they say they're not trying to show it to you at all. Can you even follow what the grandson is saying to you today? Well, you should be able to, because that's what's happening around you every day. Niggas is hypocrites faking the funk. Y'all want to hate on the nigga because a nigga coming up in the world. How would anybody know if you're coming up in the world or not unless you had showed them evidence that you think you are coming up in the world? If the grandson video, so look at the last few months has been in this exact spot and around this abandoned building, what am I trying to show to you guys to show you how I have come up? How I show you that I've come up is what I tell you out of this word that we're studying. While they're arguing about dumb shit and bullshit and saying, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. Yeah, we know it don't. And that's the fucking problem, nigga. But you in your pride, so you can't see it. You're too damn blind to see it because I told you. You got that beam stuck up in there that Yahushua was talking about. You can't see your own pride. Pride make you blind. Pride go before a fall. That's why the fuck you fall, because you're prideful. We're going to prove it. We're going to prove that that's what make you fall into the ditch. The blind are blind because of pride, nigga. They think they know what they're talking about, and they actually don't. They're in error. While they think they're right, they're in error. While they're calling you in error, they're in error. See that there, little flock? So continuing, watch this. He says, for whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the seventh day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. See? So Israel is a humble people and not a prideful people. In truth, that's the way God made it so, because they are his people and he is lowly. So his people shall be like him. His wife shall be the way he is. But how have the people of Israel sought to be? Prideful, dressed all extravagantly, wearing the nice expensive clothes, not even able to pay their bills because they're too busy trying to look good in front of people. Credit bills up out the ass because they're too busy paying for shit they can't afford, so that men think that what they did was good, that they look good in front of people. That's all they're concerned with, because that's what they've learned from the old world, the Pharisees, the over-righteous I just described to you, who are in their pride thinking they're leading people. Actually, they're just leading people to destruction, because that's where you're going. You can only lead people to where the hell you going, nigga. See that there, little flockulators? All right. So, for whosoever eateth leavened bread, let's translate that in little flocculator language, the pure tongue. For whosoever becometh prideful. See how simple that is, little flock? That's what eating leavened bread is. Whosoever let pride come into his house, his body, it will puff you up. That's what leaven do, don't it? It causes your bread to rise, your body, in your ego. In other words, that's what that means. You will have an inflated ego. Nothing can inflate it unless there's leaven. Leaven causes it to inflate. So if you don't have any leaven in you, you cannot inflate your ego. See that there, little flock? Well, if you stick to what Yahusha said in its great perfection, then you won't have any leaven in you. That's why you're covered in his blood. See, it's not like you didn't have any leaven and you just didn't have any blood on you and you still lived. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I got the leaven out. I'm good. Well, how come you don't have any blood covering you? Oh, shit, I didn't know nothing about that part. Well, the only way you can have no leaven in your bread is to actually be covered in that blood. You see that? It's a simultaneous thing. So those who actually say that they're Christ but have leaven in their bread, then they're not Christ at all, because Christ ain't got no leaven. You see? We're going to get into that too. We're going to get into it. All right? So he says, watch this. You'll be cut off if you got pride in your heart. Y'all hear that? All right. What verse we on, y'all? 16. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation. In the seventh day there shall be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them. So now does that make sense now? No manner of vain labor. No manner of working in vain for pride reasons. Prideful vainglory. That's what it actually means there, guys. You see why Yahusha had aught with the Pharisees? They kept thinking he was breaking the Sabbath by the work that he was doing on the Sabbath. No, it's don't do vain work, nigga. Don't do work trying to get your fame up. Don't do work trying to get your numbers up. Don't do work trying to smile before men, trying to make men think that you're good. That's vain. It's vainglory. It's prideful. That's the only reason you're doing it. See, their little flock. So he says, don't do that. Save that which every man must eat, that only may be done. See, only the necessary things to live. Not vain things, just the necessary things to live. Doesn't that match up with Yahushua said? Take no thought of what you eat or drink. Take no thought for tomorrow, for today is sufficient. The things of today are sufficient. There's enough evil in today. You see it? So continuing, he says, 17, and you shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. No, of humility, the feast of humility. You can't keep the feast days in a profane land. Yeah, I'm keeping it right now. He said keep it forever. So I am. I'm keeping the feast days every day. Doesn't the Bible say that some days are all alike to one man, but to others they set certain days out? Didn't the Bible say that? So then why you hating on me for how I choose to do it every day? Because you were trying to be a judge of the law and not a doer of it. That's what I'm telling all you niggas. You're taking your time focusing on what somebody else doing so bad that you can't see how fucked up you are. You can't see how lacking you are because you're in your pride, because you think you got something that you actually just don't got. Because if y'all all got something, how come you ain't teaching the little flock what they being taught here today? How come ain't nobody else teaching this? How come when the stuff that the grandson of right thought be teaching, don't nobody else be teaching it to you? Why is that? If everybody's so enlightened, if everybody's been lifted up, if everybody's been chosen, if everybody's been elect, and everybody's a prophet and has a prophetic word of the day. You hear this shit? If that were the case, then why the world being destroyed then? If everybody's so lifted up and enlightened. Okay, he says, you shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self-same day have I brought your armies out of the land of hard work. Therefore shall you observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. See that there, little flocculator? So just do it forever. Don't stop doing it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Be covered in the blood of Christ and stay in a humble attitude. Why should you get out of that? Why should you only do that for 7 days and then change it afterwards and go back being prideful again? Why don't you just stay in that state forever like Christ is? Oh, grandson, I didn't know. Yeah, that makes sense. Won't you be keeping the feast eternally if you do that? Oh, yeah, right. You're right. Haven't I made you free from the ordinance? Yes, you have. See there. That's right. Because I am who I am. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Who are they? Who are them other niggas? See, grandson, that's pride right there. No, it's truth. And truth can sound a lot like pride. Ask them when Yahushua would talk about who he was. You being a man maketh yourself equal with God. His words made them think that thought. So in other words, they thought him to be prideful. So get up out my face with your stinking breath, halitosis, and get back in line. And that one that's going to the wide path. Get back over there in that line. All right. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, you shall eat unleavened bread. Until the 21st day of the month at even, 7 days, there shall be no leaven found in your houses, your body. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, whosoever becometh prideful, even that soul. See, soul is your psychological. I told you, you won't be able to think good. You won't be able to feel good anymore. You see it? Because you labored in vain. And when you labor in vain, you're disappointed at the results. And that's it. There isn't anything around that. That's the results you get. Disappointment. You hear that there? So the soul gonna be jacked up, see? So that soul should be cut off from the congregation of Israel. Israel congregation is Jerusalem, which is peaceful, calm. So you can't be calm and peaceful when you're worried about the work that you've done with your hands, your house, your cars, your clothes, your business, your 401k. You're worried about all that work and labor just for vain glory, then you've done it in vain. And you're gonna be psychologically screwed worrying about that. That's why he said, take no thought of what you eat, put on, wear. That's why he said it's free from that stuff. But I'm covered in the blood of Christ, so I don't think about it. If you're covered in the blood of Christ, you don't think about it either, but you guys do think about it. So I don't know what kind of blood you're covered in. I don't know. All right. So he says, whosoever eateth that which is leavened become prideful, that soul should be cut off from the congregation. We get it. We get it. All right. But now that y'all understand what leaven is, it's pride. It's the thing that causes you to be puffed up. Now, I want you to find out the definition of love, because it's in the Bible and it's listed in great clarity. Love is patient. Love is kind. Yeah, see that? Love is long-suffering. Interesting. Well, as we continue to look at what love is, we see that love is not puffed up. So what about that bread when it puts leaven in it? What happens to the loaf? It puffs up. See it? So that's not a loving loaf. That's not a loving person who's puffed up. That's all that means. So that's why you can't come in, because God is love. How can you be unloving and come in? Were the Pharisees loving when all they thought about was beating people up, stoning people who they considered to be breaking the ordinances of Moses? No, they weren't, but they thought they were, but they weren't. See how pride causes you to do that? You think you're doing something good, but you ain't, but you're too blind to see it. Damn. Yep. You see that there? Now watch this here. Let's go to the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 16. All right. The book of Matthew chapter 16, we'll start at verse 6. Like I said, now that you understand that festival, that feast of unleavened bread, Passover, you see, what is it about, little flock? It is about God is going to pass over and he's going to take out all of the pride of people who labor hard with their hands to make a kingdom that looked good. Got the sphinxes up there, got the pyramids up there. It's all Egypt. Got the pyramids to this day. People wander over it. See the work of hands? How people wander over it as if it was something good. You see it? That's what Egyptians are all about, guys. That's why it says that. So they are the ones who have pride. People who work hard with their hands. Like I was saying on my last video about watch out, guys. Watch out. I've done this and I've done that and I. Damn, somebody get that nigga a pat on the back so he can stop clicking like that. Shit, kick that nigga or something. Damn, he can't say no other word but I. See, work of my hands. See? So I deserve this. No, you could deserve disappointment, nigga. That's all you deserve. Because you puffed up thinking that you did all that. That means you something. Shit ain't nothing but a filthy damn rag. So then why the hell you think it's something more than that? Got doo-doo, boogers, and every damn thing up in it, and you still trying to put it in your pocket? Ugh. Like them old-ass teachers that used to have that handkerchief in his back pocket. He pull it out and blow his nose and fold it and put it back in his back pocket. And you're like, okay, that he used it. So that means it's done, right? And as you're sitting there writing the notes off the chalkboard that he wrote, he sneezes again. Then he reaches in that back pocket, pulls that same handkerchief, blows his nose again, puts it back in his pocket. Then a couple of minutes later, he pulls it back out, digs at his nose, pulls a booger, put it in there and everything, puts it back in his damn pocket. You're like, damn, nigga. You're like, damn. Matthew 16, verse 6. Then Yahushua said unto them, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. See, the pride, the puffed up stuff. See that there, little flock of laters. See, beware. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. That's what I want y'all to hear right there. They reasoned, the reasoning mind. See there? They reasoned and said, it is because we have taken no bread. So the reasoning mind is the carnal mind. It doesn't require faith. Reasoning doesn't, does it? No, it don't. See? So when he said leaven, they start thinking about physical bread because that's all the physical mind can think of. But what did I tell you it was about? So what you think Yahushua's actually talking about? Bread or pride? Let's see. And they said, it is because we have taken no bread. That's why he's saying that, y'all. 8. Which when Yahushua perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little what? Why do you think he said that? Because they was thinking with the carnal mind that doesn't require that ingredient that I just said to you, that I just was about to read to you, but then y'all said it. Because it's right there on the page for everybody to see it. See how this connect like Legos and goes together so good that there's not even nothing you can say about it. How come the other flock members, the so-called shepherds of the flock, ain't telling y'all this? Why are they not talking to you about this right here? That right now, you need to be focused on get that damn piece of bread off your plate. Throw that shit in the garbage. That shit don't mean shit. Meat don't got nothing to do with God work. And until y'all understand that, y'all gonna keep thinking y'all can do something with your hands to make yourselves beautiful, perfect, and pristine. You can't do it. His blood is what does it. He told you that already. When I pass over and I see the blood, did he say when I pass over when I see your six-pack? Is that what he said? Did he say when I pass over and I see that you're 6'5"? Is the fuck that what he said? Did he say when I pass over and you got 6 figures in your bank account, I won't do anything? Is that what he said? Did he say if I pass over and you have this beautiful wife that you've been longing for and you have her next to you, I won't do nothing? Is that what he said? Did he say if I pass by and you're sitting there eating a McDouble, then I won't do nothing? Is that what he said? Or did he say if I see the blood, then I ain't gonna do nothing? And believe me, when that angel of death pass over, you don't want him to do nothing. You want him to pass on over. See? That's what I'm trying to tell you. But how many people are telling you the truth of this? That's the leaven right there. You see it there, little flockulators? Well, I'm telling it to you because I love you for real. I ain't got time to be going back and forth with vainglory. And I, and me, and I speaking Neanderthal like I told you. The hell, nigga? I can't understand that shit. I got to go back over here where I can understand the pure language. Y'all hear that today? So they think he talking about some bread. He said, y'all ain't got no faith. Why reason ye among yourselves? See? Why even use the carnal mind at all? Because you have brought no bread. See? You think that physical bread what I'm talking about. Watch this. Verse 9. Do you not yet understand? See? You still don't understand what I'm saying to you. Neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000 and how many baskets he took up. Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000 and how many baskets he took up. How is it that you do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread? So he said bread, but he ain't talking about bread. So how many things do you think Yahushua said like that? Where he said something, but he wasn't talking about that something that he said. He was using it to talk about something else. And the only way you know the something else is you got to be privy and in his bosom to the mysteries. Well, the grandson in his bosom. That's how I know it. There ain't no other way I could. Ain't that right, little flock? How else I know it? So you can turn on YouTube today and you can get this information that's actually going to benefit your soul when the angel passed over. Or you can simply watch the Olympics. You can simply watch New Breed defend himself and scream and holler about some shit about money. You can sit and listen to Ringo make 5-6 hour stream about a guy instead of talking about Christ and the gospel and what's going to help you and benefit you. He's too busy trying to think about justifying himself and making himself look like he's righteous and good in front of you and got everything with his works of his hands that matter and have worked with his hands and toiled and toiled and toiled and got to this position. And you're so dumb and ignorant and stupid that you're down there at the bottom and I'm way up here. Well, that nigga's actually the one down in the basement fighting with his brother like Yahushua said you would do in the last days because you ain't got no love in your heart and because the iniquity shall abound, many hearts shall wax cold. Well, as you can see, my heart on fire right now. Because Abba's a consuming fire. So try to put the fire out if you can. Try to quench it if you can. You can't because it's full of zeal and the day of vengeance is in mine heart. And my garments will be drenched in blood like I've been marching in the wine press all by myself because ain't nobody else want to be filled with zeal like this. They're too busy with vanity. Too busy with vain things, not listen to the preacher telling the truth of it. Ain't nothing but pride. Everything that y'all chasing after ain't nothing but pride. That new car you want is just so you can be prideful. That new girl you want so you can be prideful. That new money you want in your account so you can be prideful. That new suit you got on so you can be prideful. That new place you want to live so you can be prideful. That new job that you wanted so you can be prideful. That church that you're up there sitting in the front pew so you can be prideful. That church you're sitting up there praying right there on that microphone for 30 minutes so you can be prideful. That church you're going to so you can sit up there with a nice suit and look good and call Mr. Brother so and so. I get to get deep. Pride. Verse 12. Then understood how that he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread, guys. So then what was Exodus about? The leaven of bread or no? See, but how many camps sit up there and put a nice plate, gourmet meal of some unleavened bread there, and you think you have kept the festival? Yahushua's telling you it ain't got nothing to do with that. See, but them niggas thought that it did, and then they understood that it didn't. So are you going to be the one that's still going to think it did, or the one that understood that it didn't? Which one you going to be today? Rebellious? Huh. Watch this. So then they understood that it wasn't about no leaven and no bread, but, see, on the contrary, it was about the doctrine of the Pharisees and Sadducees. What they saying to you. Because it's puffed up and makes you prideful. It's about cleaning the outside of the cup and making it appear good before men. And I'm going to let him tell you, because he got a more beautiful way of telling it to you, because his blood speaketh better things than that of Abel. So I'm going to let him tell it to you, because if I tell it, it's going to be a whole bunch of what you call cuss words in it. They're going to make y'all uncomfortable. So we're going to let the better blood tell it to you. Go to Matthew 23. Matthew 23. Verse 1, then Yahushua spake to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in what? Moses' seat. Told ya. So the ones he just said, beware of what they say. They sit in the place of judgment. That's what that means. They're not doers of the law. They are judges of the law. That's why they had their sleeves rolled up about to stone that woman. That's why they took up stones to throw them at Yahushua several times. That's why they took up stones to stone Stephen. And if you don't think it was no Pharisees, then how come one of the men that was there holding the coats was a Pharisee of the Pharisees? So then you can't play around with the grandson because you know what he's talking about. You hear that there? They sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. Watch this. But do not ye after their works. Say, for they say and do not. Do you hear what he just said about that leaven? You see how he's breaking down their leaven? You see how it is, little flock? He said, whatever they bid you to observe, do that. But don't do what you see them do. So when they say, keep the feast days holy. Okay, do it. I'm telling you how to truly do it. But don't do it the way they do it. Oh, man, can y'all hear this beauty? Didn't I just tell you how to truly keep the Passover? Yes, I did. Get the pride out of your heart and be humble. And then when it happens, you won't die. Everybody else who has pride will die. And the reason they have pride is because of the works of their hands. That's why. And that's why it connects like a peanut butter and jelly when I'm reading this here. See, the works of their hands. But do not after their works, for they say and they do not. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and they lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. You hear that, little flock of laters? But all their works, listen, they do for what? To be seen of God? Is that what it says? So then why are they working? Vain glory is why, in case you were wondering, also interpreted pride is why. Can you hear it? That's why they work. So if you do the works they do, then you will be doing prideful things. So then don't do that, because you have leaven in your body and I'll kill your dumb ass for it when I pass over. So when they got their little camps and they're having a fashion show, is that humility or is that pride? What would you call it? Is it vainglory to stand up there like it's a fashion show, or what is it? You tell me. What up, though? You tell me. So then what have you seen through all these churches that you've gone to? What have you seen? All about outward appearance. What car somebody drive, what suit they got on, what the sister got on, what kind of jewelry they wearing, what neighborhood they live in. And y'all think all that means something. It means you blessed by God. That's works. Don't do that, because you ain't doing it right. You got to do the works Yahushua told you to do. That's the work that ain't vain. You see? And what work is that? How to love in every aspect and in every way with your entire being. I am. With your entire I am, he teaches you how to love with it. Because vainglory don't allow you to love. It's puffed up. Love ain't. See how you know what love is? So when a nigga come to you puffed up, you be like, sit your puffed up ass back down for a pop ya. I got my needle in my hand, I'm about to pop ya. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna watch it deflate. And I'm gonna step on your ass and kick you in the gutter. Therefore, whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do, but do not after their works, for they say and do not. They bind heavy burdens, grievous to be borne, lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one fingers. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments. They love the uppermost rooms at feast and the chief seats in the synagogue. See that there? And love the uppermost rooms at feasts and the chief seats in the synagogue. You see that? And greetings in the marketplaces, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. Sound like the Jews of today? Rabbi such a snitcher whistle, Rabbi Cohen, Rabbi this, Rabbi that, Rabbi. And you wonder why y'all is in the case that you in today, lost. You wonder why. You don't do what y'all should say. But let's continue. Be not called rabbi. Look at that there. For one is your master, even Christ. So if I'm doing what Christ tell me to do, then I can't go wrong, can I? But somebody else gonna sit in Moses' seat and then start telling me what to do. No. There's a new mediator now, brother. New mediator, a new covenant. See that there? Watch this. You are Christ, even Christ, and all you are brethren. See, and call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your father. Look at them Catholics. Look how I got them by their ankle, because that's what the grandson do. He grabbed them niggas' ankle and snatched they dumbass down. I don't care how high they think they can go. My hand on your ankle, dog, and I'm gonna break your shit like hot sauce. And you're gonna be screaming out, and one, but your shot missed, so you ain't got no damn and one, nigga. Okay, that? Neither be ye called masters, for one is your master, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. See, do the hard work for you. That's why I said, don't muzzle the ox when he tread the corn. Treading the corn is hard work. You can't do it. You're gonna struggle to do it. Ox make it real easy. That's what the grandson doing right with the scriptures for you. I'm making hard, complicated things that are hard to be understood, real simple like. That's why I speak plain, so that there's no excuse for you when you say, yeah, he made it real plain and clear. He didn't want to shuck and jive or try to disguise or make himself look good. He even, matter of fact, looked a little dirty when he was doing it at times. Gosh, he was really willing to do whatever it took to save. Yeah, y'all don't get it though, Pharisees. Y'all want to try to hinder saving for some damn reason. Well, maybe it's because you're prideful. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. See, they don't want to hear that shit. And whosoever shall exalt himself, like them niggas was doing, shall be abased. See? And he that shall humble himself, what? Shall be exalted. Why did it say he shall humble himself? Why? Because that's what we talking about when it comes to Leaven. I told you that. See how another Lego just clicked in that right there? Legos, logos, Legos, logos, Legos, logos, Legos, logos. You see how the word is just going? You see? Humble. You got to humble yourself. When an angel passed over, the angel of death passed over, you better be in a humble state. You see it? That's why I be like, why y'all concerned about the outward appearance? Why? That shit ain't going to do you no good in the day of visitation. Nothing that you did with your hands going to do you no good. Nothing. Well, grandson, how did you build the temple? How did you think I did? Inward. See? Shit. I wasn't worried about no damn leaven and no damn bread on my plate. I was worried about that shit in my heart. Where you should have been worried about it at, because the kingdom of heaven within you. Continuing, verse 13. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For you neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore you shall receive the greater damnation. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you compass sea and land to make one proselyte. And when he is made, you have made him twofold more the child of hell than you yourselves are. Woe unto you, you blind guides. See what I told you, little flock of light, pride got you blinded. Which say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing. But whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. What is more valuable, the temple or the gold that's in the temple? But look at what they pay more attention to, the gold. That's why you see niggas arguing about money now, as if it will deliver them in the day of the visitation. It will not. All of that pride, being puffed up, talking shit will only get your ass killed. That's all it will do. But you can't see that because he just said you're blind. So, oh well, keep on going then. Watch this. Watch this. Watch what he gonna say, y'all. You fools and blind, for whether is greater. Oh, I see. See. The gold or the temple that sanctifieth the gold. You see how me and Yahushua are one? Told you. It's being proven right here. So ain't no need of you saying, nah, it ain't. Well, then how come that just happened right there with that verse? How come he just confirmed what I was just saying right there through the Spirit? Because it's in my heart. That's why, y'all, come on now. And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing. But whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. Look at that. So the gift is more important than the altar. Look at these niggas. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifieth the gift. See? Whoso therefore shall swear by the altar, sweareth by it, and by all things thereon. And whoso shall swear by the temple, sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. See that there, little flop? You see that there? Verse 22, and he that shall swear by heaven, sweareth by the throne of El, and by him that sitteth thereon. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you pay tithe of mint, anise, cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, which are what? Judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not leave the other undone. See what I'm saying about how these niggas talking about shit that they leaving the greater things undone? I'm watching these niggas arguing, and the people that are listening to them on a live stream are literally telling them, okay, brother, we get it. They're telling Ringo and shit right on his live stream. All right, man, damn. We understand. Can we move on to something that's actually going to benefit us? Because this doesn't benefit us at all. We're on hold until you get done doing this. And they don't tell, we know how this nigga is. And they don't tell him how long you're going to be on this tip until you're done talking about this guy. Before you even attempt to talk about anything else. And then when you do talk about something else, it's probably going to be about some bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with faith, judgment, and mercy. I guarantee you that, because his own people are saying it to him. All right, man, show the brother new breed mercy, bro. Make amends and move on. It's over. We get it. Let's keep it moving. No, I can't stop. I must do this until the end. All right. Go ahead then. Y'all go ahead and listen to that then. Let that be, as they were saying in the comment section, like I told you, get your popcorn, guys, and sit on back and relax. This is the show of the day. Sit back and enjoy the show. Sit back and enjoy the show of two people that say the work they do is on behalf of Yah. So let's sit back and enjoy the show as they tear each other to ribbons, because that's how we know the children of God, because they tear each other to ribbons. That's how we know them. Yeah. Watch this, y'all. 24. You blind guides. You strain at a gnat and you swallow a camel. See? You're swallowing that big ass pride down into your body. What you eat becomes one with you. So if you swallow a camel, you're swallowing pride down, but you're straining in the gnat of your brother's eye. He did something wrong. He did that wrong. He did this, but you're full of pride. So what the fuck? No, I ain't, nigga. You don't know nothing but pride mean. Do you know how to spell pride? Have you read a book before? How did you fail high school? You sound just like a Jew Pharisee. That's how they talk. I told y'all this many years ago, and I'll tell you again. Don't get offended when you're talking to Pharisees and Jews, because when you're talking to them, what they're going to say to you to insult you is you're uneducated. That's what they did in the Bible. You are unlearned. You're a barbarian. You're low class and uneducated. So when people start talking like that, when they're in their pride, then you know good and damn well. You know good and damn well what the state that they're in. You see it? Continuing. They blind guys though, see? Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrite, for you make clean the outside of the cup and platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. You blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. So when you make unleavened bread, what do you put it on? A platter. So you cleanse the leaven outside of the bread that you put on the platter, and you eat that. But you didn't get the inside of the platter clean, what I'm describing to you guys to do. Get the pride out so that humility can take its place in there, because he just said you got to humble yourself to be risen up, not exalt yourself. That gonna knock you down doing that. See that there? Did I do this and then had to go on the 40 to get humbled? Or did I go on the 40 and that's what humbled me, and now I'm doing what I'm doing with great power and might today? See how it goes. The humility has to come first, then he can lift you up, like he lifting the grandson up before you right now, showing that I'm on an elevated mountain. I'm on a peak of a mountain higher than the other preachers, higher than the other ministers. I'm saying this shit because the vengeance of God is in my heart, because I got the blood of Abel in my veins, because that's who I am. I've been telling you guys that. So it's mine. It belonged to me. The vengeance. It belonged to me, because that's what God said. Who's the God I come in? I am. Who does vengeance belong to? I am. Aren't these strange things that I'm saying, but yet you can't deny it when you hear it? Don't use your reasoning mind to hear what I'm saying, because you won't be able to reason with it. Continuing. But within, so they clean the outside of the club and patter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. What does it mean to extort somebody? Trying to get money. Now what these niggas say about New Breed? Full of extortion and excess. Mark the messenger. Yeah, man, Tommy hit me up, man. He just wanted some money from me, man. Then he tried to come back and apologize. I'm sorry, New Breed. I shouldn't have said that, man. Why did you say it? The hell with you shouldn't have said it. I want to know why you did. Why'd you hop on there and do that? Because it bothered you. That's why. Because it made you upset. But you put on the veneer on the outside as if you were harmless and nothing and weren't thinking anything like that. Well, then why'd you say it then in that video? Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. That's why. This nigga don't want nothing but money from me. That's called extorting and excess. That's what it means. So are you guys saying that New Breed, are you Ringo and you Mark saying that New Breed is a blind guy? Well, then how come you guys were all shouting him out, being all buddy friends with him before? Talking about, yeah, come out the house, let's get together and have a good old time. We're one in this. Yeah, these are my brothers. Shouting each other out, giving each other super chats, as you said, and loving all on each other and every damn thing. Why the sudden change of heart? Because I told you why. That's why I made that video showing you I told you. Because the hypocrites, which we're just reading about, he was yelling at, are being exposed. Woe to them niggas. Oh, woe to all you niggas that waste your time talking about gossip. Waste your time talking about hearsay. Waste your time speculating about what a celebrity did. Nigga, you need to be focused on what Yahusha did for us. What's going to cover us when that angel pass over? What's going to cover you? Your house you live in? Your cars? Your fancy cameras? Your studio you live in? Your hair that's on your head? That hat covering your shit? That damn necklace you got on? That beard on your face? None of that shit gonna stop the death that's coming if you got pride in your heart. And y'all are showing y'all ain't got shit but pride in your heart. Look at this nigga Pastor Dow. Yes, look at what I did with my own hands. Nigga got his hands up there, showed him on the video. I did this. We did this with our hands. That's what the Bible say is despicable. That's a filthy fucking rag. When will you understand it don't mean nothing? Well, he gonna keep busting you niggas over your head until you get it. He gonna keep busting you over your shit until you get it. Because somebody got a rod in their mouth. And the whole damn world scared of that nigga talking. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's why they don't share my shit, even though they ain't never heard it before. That's why they don't answer your boy when he say, who that man named the branch? Tell me about him. They can't. But when I talk about him, it flow like living rivers of water out of my belly. Why that is, huh? Yeah. See, I'm boasting what Abba done did. You boasting what you done did with the work of your hand. That shit ain't gonna mean shit. All that land y'all niggas done bought. All that damn building y'all done did on it. All the digging and excavating you done did came to nothing. Because this world gonna burn up with fervent heat. All the elements gonna be burnt, nigga. So what you do it for? So that you can boast before men and glory before them and show them, look what God has done. Look at the blessing of God. Look at what he's done. Look at what he's done. Even though it's what you've done and you get all the glory for it in his vain because it only lasted temporary and now this shit falling. Now all you niggas is fighting over a fucking scrap like pit bulls, nigga. Well, I ain't no damn dog, so I ain't about to get out in there and scrap at you niggas. I'm gonna be the nigga pointing at you saying, look what I do to dogs when they come around the little flock. Look how I put them in a pen and make them fight each other until they dead. I don't have to hit them on their head. They'll fight each other until they dead. Because woe unto you niggas. Trying to lead the little flock astray. Just trying to get game for yourself. Got Patreons and shit. How come the grandson ain't got one? If it's okay to have one, how come he ain't? Because he in the bosom of Yahushua and he real close nearby to him. You niggas far from him with your heart. And that's why y'all go ahead and do it. Even though the spirit told you expressly not to do that shit. Y'all did it anyway because you wanted money. It was full of extortion and excess. And now I'll be dragging y'all dumbasses and exposing it to you, nigga. Because I ain't the only one saying this. People seeing through y'all shit. Why I gotta be a member to do this? Why I have to do this? Why I have to join and spend money to do this? Why I gotta spend it to do? Why I gotta this? Why I gotta? It always comes down to a nigga. If he's full of extortion and excess, it's gonna come down to that bread. Niggas love to show off. That's all the fuck they like to do. Look at what I got. Look at what I got. But you ain't got what I got. So they make the clean the outside, as he said. He said, clean first the inside, that the outside may be clean also. That verse 26. You see that? Watch this, y'all. Verse 27. Let's go ahead and end this, getting about to an hour. Let's go ahead. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like unto whited sepulchres, which what? Indeed appear beautiful outward. So he said, these people appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and all uncleanness. See what I'm telling to you, little flock, impure, nasty, stinking ass, dirty, filthy ass damn heart. You hate people, but you just use them for gain. That's the mark of Cain right there, nigga. We can see your 666 on your shit. We don't need no physical mark because we got spiritual eyes. That's spiritual real life shit. And I realize your ass got the mark of Cain when you willing to sell your brother out, when you willing to hate people and degrade people and treat them like shit just so you can get $1 out of them, though. Or you love when they send that money to you, but you hate them with what you teach them. You hate them with what you say to them. You ain't teaching them nothing of value. You ain't rising nobody up out of the pit that they in because you're blind and you can't see. So you're too busy straightening that shit that don't mean nothing, nigga. I'll eat the cornbread, nigga. You say it got a gnat on it. Fuck it. Give it to me. I'll eat the shit and get the nourishment while you starve, dumbass nigga. He said they indeed appear beautiful outward. So then God's servants, will they appear beautifully outward? Well, how they talk and how they look to you? That won't be important to them. It won't be, because God said it's not important to him. He been told y'all that. So now I'm going to live like that's the way it is. Y'all won't, because y'all scared of men. Fuck men. I don't scare no fucking man, nigga. What can man do to me? They can't destroy my soul. So he can... Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's slow down, y'all. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees. Why? You, verse 28, even so you also appear outwardly righteous. See, you look like you think right, but within you are full of hypocrisy and unbalanced scales and iniquity. See, you see, you're getting more than you give. That's iniquity. I'm giving more than I get. I can tell y'all that right now. I give you guys way more than you guys give me. Well, it's not so with them other niggas. They ain't giving y'all shit of no damn value. Can't you see it? Why y'all pulling away from them if they is giving you some damn value? Because birds only stay in a tree as long as there's grapes and shit to eat in it. As long as that shit is barren, they gonna fly away and go to one that got fruit in it. Like the grandson got plenty of fruit to eat. See that there? Like I've been telling y'all. So y'all get the point of what he's saying here. That they do everything outwardly. So that leaven that he's describing to you is pride. Y'all see that today? Now before we end this message, we're gonna get into these 7 deadly sins. So y'all can understand exactly what it is. Won't be led astray now, one little tiny little bit. 7 deadly sins. Pride, first one, like I told you, which is vainglory. Now, if that's a deadly sin, then why would Solomon say all is vanity? Infestation of what? Spirit, fighting against the true life. You see that there? Everything done under the sun, all the labor taken under the sun was vain. It was only to get momentary glory of men. That shit vain. It's stupid. It's a waste of fucking time. It don't mean nothing. That's what he's telling to y'all, and y'all still do it anyway. But he says there's only one thing that a man's duty is. It's to fear Abba, which is the first commandment, and to keep his commandments. Fear God and keep his commandments. That's it. It's the whole duty of man. That's all he got to do. Fear God, love God with all his heart, mind, and his soul, love his neighbor as himself. It ain't even hard at all. But he can't do that if he's prideful. See? Number 2, envy. Y'all hear that? Like I told y'all, I was warning y'all of this. This is why they're doing that, because these things are inside of those men. They didn't get the leaven out when they were supposed to. So now they're killing, they're murdering, they're becoming murderers and becoming Canaanites and Edomites. Can't you see it? The separation of the wheat and the tares is happening right before everybody's eyes. But y'all have been blinded by outward appearance. A lot of the wheat have been disguised as tares to y'all. Y'all thought they wasn't shit, but they were true wheat. They got true value. You can really go to their tree and eat fruit. And then you got those who are just tares. Or as the Bible says, they are wells without water. They are clouds without rain. Can you hear how beautiful that is to put that together? How Abba does that? How he telling you it ain't no value in it. It's empty. See it there, little flock? It's iniquity. It ain't real. It's to make it look like it's more than what it is. Don't you know what leaven do? It make the loaf look like it's more than what it's the same fucking loaf. It just puffed up and look like it's more. Humility makes the bread actually grow. Leaven makes it look like it grow. Oh my God, can y'all hear the beauty of this message today or what? Do you hear it? Humility makes the loaf actually grow. That's what he said. Y'all didn't see what I did with the bread? That's what he was telling them. He said, but pride, it caused it to falsely seem like it didn't grow, but it's not enough to share. Humility makes enough to share. Pride makes enough for only one person to eat. Cain, Esau. Y'all can't hear it though. All right. Well, let's see if that's what it's about. What's the next sin? Gluttony. In other words, well, y'all heard the old saying, don't live to eat to live. Okay, so if you live to eat, then you're a glutton. That's the purpose. God said that is not your purpose, it's to fucking eat. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is to fear God and keep his commandment. I'm gonna keep telling y'all, everything else is vain. Why would y'all should say, take no thought of what you shall eat or drink, if your ass supposed to be waking up thinking about that, and that's all you think about? Would you be free from gluttony if you did what Yahushua said? Would you be free from pride if you did what he said? Would you be free from envy if you kept his commandment and kept his law? You'd be free from all of these things, and y'all know good and damn well you would. Continuing. Greed. What these niggas arguing about? Money. Covetousness. Look and see another nigga got something, and they covet it. They want it. They like having nice things. Don't they? Isn't that what they talk about and show before your very eyes? All right, then. All right, then. Lust. See that there? Sloth and wrath. See that there? So laziness, lust, which means you can't get enough, the bottomless pit. Like I've been telling you, all this is red. This is all on one body. Them 7 heads I just told you about are on one body called the red dragon. And he's cast down and he's pissed off because his place is no longer found. Moses' seat of judgment. That was his place that's no longer found because somebody's calling him hypocrite. Somebody calling these fake ass niggas out for who the fuck they really is. That's me with the rod in my mouth that crush. That's why I told you. Vengeance is in my blood. I told you, when you read Isaiah 63, you better know who you're reading about there. That's why the writer says, who is this? If he knew who it was, he wouldn't have said, who is it? And had to have been told who it was, that it was the Lord our righteousness that was the one that was draped in that blood. Who is that? Who is that? Well, read Jeremiah. Jeremiah will tell you who the Lord our righteousness is, the man whose name is the branch. That's why I'm able to tell you the things I'm able to tell you. Where else do I get it from, guys? Who just told me these things to say to y'all today? Okay, who's telling Ringo to say what he's saying about New Breed? The 7-headed damn dragon is. That's why his people are saying, stop doing it, man. He's like, no, I can't, because it's a beast. It's a fucking beast. You see it? That's why it goes that damn way. Niggas get the lying because they have always been. It's just you couldn't see it because you were looking on outward appearance. Man, these niggas trying to copy me. Niggas saying that shit because he's trying to copy other people. I've seen these same people copy saying that they're being copied. But I've seen them copy and I've seen them steal stuff and use shit from other people. See what I'm saying to y'all? Because everything belongs to Abba. That's why I'm being up in arms about it. You see it? Niggas ain't trying to copy the grandson because that means they're going to have to be righteous if they do. That's why they don't want to. They're like, shit, the hell we're following what that nigga talking about. We're going to keep doing this outward appearance shit and keep working in vain. That's what's going to benefit us. Yeah. All right, well, you go right on ahead. I've broken it down clearly for you guys today. So now that I've proven to you that that unleavened bread had nothing to do with actual bread, then what about the rest of the law? If the ox treading the corn, the scripture says, did he put that there for he cares for oxen, or did he put it there for us? Clearly, he put it there for us, the scripture says. He don't give a damn about no damn oxen when he wrote that. So then here we go, here's another one. We also read, don't partake of swine, for it is unclean, don't touch it. And then Yahushua comes and says, don't cast your pearls before swine. We also read that a woman without discretion is like a gold ring in a pig's snout. So we're seeing that pigs are actually people who are unclean people. See how it always is a higher thing? You see it? But when people are in their carnal mind, they start to reason with what they've read, and they start to say, okay, well, I didn't eat any pork. It's like you said, you clean your plate, but your heart is still dirty. So what did you really clean? Nothing. You didn't clean anything. Grandson teach you how to truly clean. so that you can be prepared, so that you don't perish, because I'm turned up. It's that simple. I can't go back anymore. This is grace. I've told it to the people that have seen me or talked to me recently. This is all out of grace. This was happening for you guys today. You see it? Because the line has already been drawn in the sand, and the switch has already been flipped, and the heart has already been made ready for the place to be filled with dead bodies, as the scripture says, because the people just want to fight against Jerusalem, which is where we dwell. And the red dragon angry because he won't be able to control you guys anymore. That's what they've all been doing with their greed, with their lust for more. They've just been disguising the intents of their heart to you guys, and now you guys are seeing it. Well, keep looking at the grandson right at the heart and see if the Most High drag me down, or if he just continue to lift me up, 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 like I told you guys he'd do. So you want to go up too, or you want to be down? You want to be an insider, or you want to be an outsider? It's up to you, little fella. Still on this right now.